Hello friends, how you doing today? Welcome to my channel, and this is Sherry. Good Sunday morning. Yeah, I'm doing this on Sunday morning, but I'm coming to you right now with a few goodies to share with you that I'm going to put into my shop. So, was it last weekend? It seems like it was so long ago now, but I think it was just last weekend where I put some bundles in my shop and they sold right away. So, and one of my kind subbies said, "Are you going to do any more?" And I said, "Yes, I'll get some more together." So I did. I have a couple things here. So, last weekend I said I was cleaning up my craft room. So I have one more bundle from cleaning up my craft room that I'm sharing, and that I think is going to be it. So everything else from now on will be until I, make a mess in my craft room again. Will be just, other types of things. But this is a de-stash from my craft room, cleaning up my craft room right here. So let me share what I have in here. Again, like last week, and I have a little Puffy Ornament. This is the last one. It's a really cute one. It has a little, she looks like Holly Hobby, doesn't she? Little Holly Hobby girl. It could be, it just doesn't say here on this fabric. Somebody made these, and I found a few of these at a thrift store. And what I said was, you can use this as an ornament. It's super cute. It's clean. It's like felty fabric. So it's like a little Holly Hobby girl standing in a doorway. And maybe the door is open. So here's the door. I don't think that's a window. It looks like, because she's, in the door. And then here's a wreath on the window in the door. So really cute. It has this pretty gold little hanger. And I said you could use it as an ornament. And I think I said this last week, when I get something like this, if I want to use it in my journal or on a cover or something, I will make a slit down here and take the stuffing out so it's flat. So I'm just an idea there. So a few little things here. Let me see what I put in here. I got, it's been a few days since I got this together, so gotta see what I put in here. Okay, so here's a little washi tape here. It's kind of striped, if you can see. Reds, kind of reddish pink, light lavender, blue, gray. Yeah, just a little roll of washi. There's not a, don't think I ever really used this one, so there's a good bit on there. I think it's new. I haven't used it, so I thought, I'm trying to just share some things I haven't used. You know how it is. These are some cute reindeer stickers, and they are adorable. I used one, it looks like, or somebody did. I might have got it in Happy Mail, and a couple of Santa stickers. See, they're stickers. Those could be made to look like postage stamps, actually. Okay, yeah, last week I put a brand new stamp set in there, and that's what this is too. See, it's still in the plastic, this one. I didn't even take it out of the plastic. There's a big circle there. Maybe that's it might be a moon. Make every hair flip count. Sun, it might be a sun. Sunshine on my mind. There's a little happy face here. That's cute. Some little hearts. And then some other little stars and hearts. And there's a circle and a triangle. XO there. So super cute. Never used stamp set. Here is a bag of pearl beads that I bought at Dollar Tree by mistake. So they have two different kind of pearl beads there. Or at least they did. And I went and I wanted some pearls, and I bought these. It says pearl beads, right? But when I opened them, there was no hole in it. So there's no hole in these. These are pearl beads without a hole. Okay, so they had the pearl beads with the hole too. But I bought these and I never took them back, and so I'm just sharing them. I didn't use any of them. They're all in here. I opened it, but I never used any of them because they weren't the one. These are not the ones with the holes. That's not what I needed. I'll share this last. This is a little goodie. Okay, so here's a book where I took the pages out. Oh, no, I received it like this. I received this from Renee at GT's Designs, and I've never used it. It's a cute little book that you could make a journal out of, right? It's got this cute little, what is that? Some kind of little insect there flying. It's got wings. Reading a book. Read about me and the bee. Is that a bee? I guess it's a bee who knew everything. So isn't that cute? That would make a cute little bee journal. Then here's another cover. I've got two covers in here. This one is kind of fabric, but it's a hard cover. This I did get at a thrift store and took it apart and used the insides. And here's 2 holes here where probably were some, you know, loose leaf rings or something holding this together. But it's perfectly good to use as a journal cover. As you can see, it's clean. That's just a piece of paper. It's clean, and it's, I got paper stuck on here. You know how it is when you work with paper, right? And thread. It gets all over everything. Kind of, well, sometimes. But this is, yeah, this is a nice cover, inside and out. Nice and clean, as you can see. Yeah, I picked it up at the thrift store and used the inside. So that's 2 books. And then, again, I have this little bits here that I had last week. So this green crochet trim, some more of that, from a doily that I took apart and used the bits and pieces. All right. Some Battenberg lace, again. And a good strip of that. You know how we like to use these things and cut them up and use them on in our journals pages, in our ephemera, in our slow stitching. There's a piece of this. I think these are from the same doily. This piece here, it's like a crochet or a knit. That piece, and then this piece here, little scallops. And then this is from another doily here, or something like a tablecloth or scarf or something. But this is really pretty. This could be coffee dyed, or any of these could be coffee dyed, really. I think I have coffee. I don't know if I have coffee dyed Battenberg lace. I may have. But really pretty on this one. Yeah, that's from, this might be from a tablecloth. I do like to get tablecloths when I find they're trimmed with something beautiful like this, and just cut the trim off and then use the fabric for something else. This was also from a tablecloth. I believe it was a small tablecloth, and had lots of usable parts. So this was the trim. Really pretty. You can see that. Yeah, good strip of that. And so I have a lot of the same things in here that I had last week. Just some, like the book covers are different, of course, and the stamp set and the washi. So strings everywhere. This is another quilt piece from the quilt top, just like I had last week. A square. Yeah, I took that apart and just cut the squares apart, and have been using those. So that's one of the squares. I think I had lots of squares from that, or plenty of squares. So sharing a piece of that. This is the fabric that I called Pennsylvania Dutch. That was from a, I couldn't think of the word last week, but this week I remember it. It's smock. It was from a smock. And it had pockets, and just like a smock that you put over your clothing when you were crafting or painting or something, or cooking, or I don't know what the person used it for. And it looked like it might have been handmade. You can see here a very good seamstress, but handmade. You can just tell it was handmade by someone. And I had bought it because I love the fabric here on it, and so pretty. And took it apart. So let me show you, just in case you didn't see last week's video. Has these little like Pennsylvania Dutch looking people. They have a little bonnet on, it looks like to me, and just they're dancing, and there's a little chicken or a goose there, and just really pretty. Is there a goat? No, there's a chicken. I have a thing for goats and chickens because I used to have them. So this is that fabric that I said is from like a tablecloth fabric, like thicker kind of upholstery. The green and whitish or off-white check there, and a good, you know, square of that, as you can see. It opens up there a few times. And then this too, this is a square of this pretty kind of like toile, black and white, or black and off-white toile here. Got some people and just a piece of that. And so yeah, I'm getting down to the nitty-gritty here in my craft room, just kind of organizing and destashing things that I don't have room for, you know what I mean? So this is kind of a, did I call this French? I don't know, but it's gardeny. I believe these are topiaries, so it's pink and white stripes with these topiaries. There's a chicken, and you know, you can see the rest. There's like a horse there, and yeah, really cute and pretty. And then there's this, what I called, well, I call it retro, very retro flowers looking to me. can be used for any time of year, spring or, I mean, any time of year, of course, if it's flowers, but it's, you know, spring's coming up or fall. And then this one is that pretty flower. And, you know, this opens and opens like that. So it's a good size piece of this really pretty flowery fabric. Very vintage looking, I think. This is a piece of the vintage tablecloth, and that opens and opens again. But, you know, that lace tablecloths. I have gotten some of these that were perfect, and I sold the perfect ones in my shop, and then I've gotten some with spots and stains, and that's why people get rid of them usually. And those I cut up and use in my journals, and they're great to cut up for use for pockets or whatever, you know, cover, anything. And this, okay, let me put that back there. This is the one I have the most of, this yellow, and it's like a light yellow and a dark yellow. Kind of the dark yellow is kind of like a mustardy, almost mustardy color, or it is mustardy. But anyway, I have the most of this, so I put a really big piece of this in each one. This is only half, so it opens up again. And you won't be able to see the whole thing on camera anyway, but it's a good piece of that. So, yes. Yes, so this is the last one like this. I don't have all of these particular things left, because I have some of these but not all of these, so I won't be able to put a bundle like this exactly together again. And this is the little sewn pieces or stitchery that I found at the thrift store that one time. This might, I don't know if this is the last bits of these, but I think it is. See, there was just little pieces like this stitched, one there, and there's, let's see, what else do I have? This one here. It was just like this. I didn't cut this, I don't believe. It was just like this. See the little, I don't know if they were making a quilt or what, but just different, you know, kind of fabrics. And this is all stitching here that they stitched. Here, this is all little stitches. Different colors here, actually, too. They used a thread that is actually different colors. Isn't that neat? Maybe, I don't know. I have seen that before, but I've never owned any. So, yeah, piece there. And then here's another stitchery piece. Some of them did, like they were stitching. See how old this fabric is? It's like whenever I show these, I just say I have no idea how old they are. But some of these fabrics look super old. And some of them, they did stitch little shapes. Like this looks like they were making a, I mean, that looks like a stem. And this looks like a little leaf. So that, and this, let's see what I have here. Oh, this is a whole doily. This is a whole doily that I picked up. Yes, I have some of these that I use. So, yep, parting with that one. And this is a whole doily. Look at there. I forgot what I put in here. I told you I did it a few days ago. But that's a cute little doily. Of course, this can be cut up and cut in half or quarters, or cut off the trim, or use it as a whole. Wrap around the front of your journal. And this is another piece of that apron that I had taken apart that had, when I brought it home, I didn't realize it had any stains on it. I thought it was perfect. And then I brought it home. There's a string coming off. But I realized it had a few little stains on it, like right here in this one, right in the corner. I was like, oh, I was so disappointed, because I was just going to put it in my Etsy, and I was like, so, because it was so beautiful. And it had these little squares all over it. And then I saw that, and, you know, a couple of those, and I was like, shoot, I can't do it. Can't do it. So I cut it up and used pieces of it. Okay, the last thing, I think I showed you everything in this bundle. The last thing is this little book. It's a little book in here that was made and sent to me in Happy Mail. And it has the maker, I'm not going to say it right now. The person that gets this will see the name of the maker in here. But someone sent me this in Happy Mail. They made it by hand. And it's a little, like a little journal that came in. She put it in this box. Has a little kitty cat here in the front. And then all these little pages. Isn't that adorable? But instead of having it sit here in my craft room and have me do nothing with it, you know, not that I don't love it. I do love it. I just, you know, I'm very practical. So if I'm not using it, I tend to share it or give it away. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's everything for this. And it will all come tied up with one of my pieces from my rag rug, which is a pretty thing in itself. You can use it for whatever you want. I love them. So hopefully you will too. So that'll come up tight. The last week one, I gathered it up as tight as I could with that string. Then I wrapped it in tissue paper. Then I wrapped it in bubble wrap, and then I sent it off in the mail. So this week on these two bundles, these aren't, I don't consider these D-stash bundles. These are just sharing my goodies that I have too much of, right? So I got together 2 more. Last week I had 3. So I'll show you. Let's see, which way is up? I guess this is good. So what did I do? I tied this in a knot. So it also has one of those strings for my rag here. And I'm gonna put the pattern in here. I just hadn't done it yet. But a nice old pattern here. This one has little girls on it. It's Simplicity. And these particular patterns I got from an estate sale. And this lady liked to sew. I went into, that's where I spent my major amount of time in this house, was in the sewing area. I usually have a hard time finding a date on these. And there may be one on here, but I am not seeing it right off, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on that. But it has, it's this cute little pattern. And it has, let's see, what does it? I didn't take anything out of here. It has the pattern paper and tissue paper in there. This is just how it came to me. So that's how I'm giving it to whoever. So let's see what else. I have some of the same fabrics I had last week. Maybe the same, I don't know. But I don't know if I had this one in last week. This is a pretty one with, you see the background is kind of tan colored. It's a good size piece of it too. See, it unfolds and unfolds. So it's a really good size piece of this tannish background with green, like a vine or stems, and light kind of purplish flowers there. So that one is a piece of fabric. This is vintage sheet, like I showed you last week, and a good size piece of it, like I said. See, it unfolds and unfolds and unfolds. But the purple and blue, and there's some green on there. And then another vintage sheet, this blue one here. So yeah, I started with the bluish fabrics. This is not necessarily blue, but I guess it's blue and purple. I mean, this one, this is blue. This is blue and purple. This is purplish and greenish. So just the same kind of neighborhood there of colors. And then this one is, again, that one last week had snowflakes on it, didn't it? This one looks like snow, doesn't it? Or icicles with little snowflakes right there. I guess it's supposed to be snow. Okay. Anyway, it's kind of sparkly. I don't know if you can see that in the camera, and it's a good size piece. It unfolds there and unfolds again. So a very good size piece of that would last someone for, depending on what they do with it, for a long time. It would last me for a long time. That's why I'm sharing it. So let's see, that's how many pieces of fabric? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this, another piece of the scarf. I didn't think I had any of this left. Yeah, I cut this up. Maybe the other half was in last week. Or maybe I cut it in 3s or 4s. I don't know. I don't know how big it was. But see, looks like I tore it. I tore it down here, this side and that side right here. And then you have embroidery here, like sewn embroidery on both ends. Again, on this one with the pink flowers, that's all embroidered. And here too, flowers and bows, and it's, decorated edges. So that is everything in that bundle. Let me show you the other one real quick, because last week I thought I was running out of time, and I see I have a few minutes left to show you the other one, and to show you, like, they might not be exactly the same, but they're very, very similar. Oh, wait a minute, I didn't show you the goodies on top. Hold on, I just showed you the fabrics. So this one I put 2 button cards because they both just had 2 on them. You know what I mean? So, I put 2 in here. So you have 2 here and 2 here. Like some of them have 4 buttons in there, or they have all their buttons. You know what I mean? These 2 didn't have all their buttons, so I put 2. Then I put a ruler again. This ruler is kind of, feel like plastic. I got a bunch of these 6-inch rulers, and so this one's plasticky, but I thought it was cute, and it's still in its new wrapper. I got them all from a thrift store. And then there's a zipper in this, and still in this package. Probably vintage zipper. I just one or two times when I bought sewing notions in a big, you know, you buy the sewing notions, it comes usually in a big bag or a tin or something. There's always zippers in there. So I ended up with a bunch of zippers and then another embroidery floss. Okay, so that is everything in that bundle. So let me share this one. I'm not going to open up the fabrics. I'm just going to go through it real quick. Green embroidery floss on this one. Here's a little ruler on this one, another plasticky one. Is it the same? No, it's not the same, but quality shell, you know, gas station. This one, see, it does have all its buttons, so 4 buttons. Here's the zipper, green zipper. Here's that little embroidery. Wow, I did have quite a few pieces of that, didn't I? Anyway, that embroidered piece with the flowers and all that. Here's the snow fabric, the sheet, 2 vintage sheets. This one with the purple flowers, and here's the little pattern in this one. Super cute patterns, right? I know, I'm like so like, I don't want to give these away. I don't want to get rid of these, but oh, I have too many. I have too many. I can't. When I don't have a place for it, that's when I have to put it something in my Etsy shop. So yeah, I need to reduce and share. So yeah, that will be put in there. Try not to tie this too tight so as not to make a dent in the pattern there. But yeah, that's how it come, tied up in tissue paper. And if I think it needs bubble wrap, I'll tie it up in that. I just try to make it safe and sound for travel through the post office. And so these, when you see this video, these 3 things will be in my shop. Hope you need something like this. And thank you so much for, you know, the person that bought the items, the bundles last week, or the people that bought them last week. I really appreciate it. And, you know, I like sharing stuff, so in my Etsy, so and otherwise. So thank you for watching. Hope you all have an awesome day. Stay safe. Take care of everybody. Give everybody a hug in your family for me. And I'll see y'all next time. Happy crafting.